Today we're going to be upgrading the displays on this high speed. As you can see, the previous owner has been using tape to hold them somewhat up, and this display is shot. So we're going to turn it on to show you what we're looking at right here. And as you can see, certain portions aren't working, but as they heat up, then it gets better. We're not having that. We want this thing to turn on, look pretty, and we're going to show you how that's done by using the XPin LED displays for the System 11. Let's get started. So one of the good things is that we're going to have all new, good looking, nice, crispy ribbon cables. And you're going to see why that's a good thing here in a second. Now, the owner of this machine, he asked for a red and blue combination. XPin does offer that. So that's what we're going to be dealing with. So here's all the displays. He has them marked with color stickers like that. And then you have the board that goes on the inside of the light box. So let's get a better look at the current. Okay, so this gives you an idea of what we're dealing with here. Now, if you wanted to, you could get some like other stronger double-sided adhesive to hold this up. And but I've already swapped the ribbon cables on these to test and verify that this display is in fact bad. So on the inside, this is what we got going on right here. Now, the ribbon cables, they're obviously old and everything, and then they sit in here, and over the years, heat and all that stuff and junk is going to cause these to just become just nowhere near as reliable as brand new ones. So this is all coming out, and the new hotness is going in. That's the glory part about this, is that basically it's just out with the old, in with the new. So that sucks. This thing is probably like 1/4 of an inch off right there. What's keeping me from even forcing. I can't even. I don't want to force it that much. So I'm going to get the drill press, and I'm going to make this hole a little bit bigger. I could probably just do it even with my drill. I just don't want to apply too much stress to this board. So, and this all depends on the positioning right here. I don't want to have to alter these, so I'm going to alter this. This would just be easier, so I'm going to fix this. All right, so all I did was kind of just shave that bottom portion down a little bit. That allowed me to slip this into place. All right, so, and it may need to go left or right, and that can be adjusted whenever I get the back glass on to see if I need to go left or right on that. But I think it'll be fine where it's at. So another issue I've got is my nut driver is too girthy to get around this connector, so gonna have to resort to other means. We are going old school. I mean, it doesn't need to be like cranked down or anything, but there, that's done. I'm gonna make player 1 blue if I can. Okay, so I think there needs to be an adjustment to these screw holes. They are damn snug to the point to where if the factory did any kind of different, then you're gonna have issues. All right, so I can take this off right now so I can get around and got all the hardware into position here. Looks like my nut driver should fit on this one. Once again, a very snug, tight fit. I mean, to where I don't even really need to put the nuts on there. It's stuck in there, so, but we're putting them on there. Looks like I'm not going to have room on that one there unless I do that. Now I'll have room to tighten that nut. All right, top displays are done. Credit display is done. So I'm gonna have the blues on top and the reds on bottom. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna see how that looks. But it looks like, once again, that's gonna be snug. And let's go ahead and get this one on here too while we're at it. As snug as they are, it ain't going anywhere. All right, so it looks like we are done with the front, and let's open it up and start digging on the back. All right, let's get rid of all these ribbon cables. Because we're going to be replacing this board. Okay, so in order to remove this, you have these particular posts that you can like push in with your fingers and do that, but I have a nice little handy tool. It's pretty nice. It like squeezes it in there and you're able to pull it out, but to each their own. All right, so that board's out of there. Let's open up the new board, the new hotness, and see what we got going on. Looks like we got a jumper out here in the front of it. And I don't have oh, sweet, it tears open. Thought I was going to need a knife. It's looking good. Let's see if everything lines up. Those lined up perfectly. No issues. That was awesome. That was perfect. Each one's labeled according, play 1, 2, 3, and 4. And all these are pinned. And CR match. So that one, credit match, that one goes to the bottom right down here. All right, then you have your brightness adjustment up here, little potentiometer. And then you have this jumper right here. And then that's what that was right here. And it tells you to test, put the jumper on the test pins, remove the ribbon cable and press the test button. All segments should light. So it basically tells you. And place the jumper on the pins for play or normal gameplay. Okay, so I guess I'm going to put this jumper on the play, which is the top and middle pins. And if I ever need to test them, then I'll move it to the middle and bottom pins. All right. So it also looks like we didn't get all new ribbon cables for every one of those. So that sucks. I was really hoping to have all new ribbon cables throughout. Let's see here. I've got 1, 2, 3. I mean, it looks like I got all new ribbon cables for everything. So let's go ahead and start putting this together. Let's do one at a time here. So this is going to be, let's do power first. Get these out of the way. All right. This is credit, so this is going to go and feed through and connect to that one down there. And then these look like player 1, 2, 3, and 4. Sweet. So, and it looks like everything is jumpered. Not so much jumper, but you keyed. So you shouldn't be able to put these in wrong. Player 4. Feed through the back right here. Right there. Player 3. We'll feed through the back side right here. Player 2. Right there. And then finally, player 1. And then we'll feed through right here. So the only ribbon cable essentially that we are missing is this cable right here that is going to the back box right here. And this is what I need to make sure that I'm going to be installing this correctly. I've got pin 1 going to my red, so same thing needs to happen right there on that. And I think we're done. We just installed the LED display. So I wish they would also include this ribbon cable. That would give you nice, clean, pretty much a guarantee that your connections are good unless the actual connector itself on your MPU is bad. So, Brett, if you can include one of these with your kit, I think that would give you a little bit more of a thumbs up from me on that. But definitely getting rid of all of these cables is a big plus. All right, so I think we're ready to test this baby out. All right, let's power it on and see what we get. It's not looking correct so far. Is the ribbon cable not correct? There we go. Okay, so that may have been my problem. I didn't have the ribbon cable, even though I'm pretty sure I verified it correctly. Evidently, I didn't. So, with the ribbon cable installed correctly, now that looks to be correct. Sweet. All right, let's go back to the game and see what it looks like. Well, I'll just reboot it, screw it. Oh yeah, much better. Let's get the back glass on and see how well it lines up without me having to adjust anything. Let's see. I'm hoping that I don't. That's just one less thing I have to deal with or worry about. Let's see what we got. Will it go on and line up without issue? Sweet. It's looking good. Everything is visible. I'm not seeing anything that stands out. Everything looks to be pretty good. So there you go. That is installing the XPin display kit for your Williams System 11. That's just, that kit right there is what I just installed.